power line where we're going to be planting for a screen. Put some Egyptian wheat in here just to block these power lines off. This utility line here, it's a little bit steep here, not terrible, but it levels off right about there. I sprayed that entire thing today. This is a beautiful leeward ridge. The wind usually blows from the west down over, just super thick all through here, as you can see. Should be able to pull some deer down into this food plot. That's going to get mostly Vitalize, and we might add some strips of alfalfa, soybeans, corn, obviously a screen at the top here, just a gravel road. Doesn't get much traffic at all, but help to keep prying eyes out. You get some tall screening here, but that's what we're shooting for. I don't know how many acres that makes now that we've got sprayed, at least 5 or 7. We're gonna try to get 10 acres planted this weekend while the sun shines. Thank goodness for big drills, no-till drills, and get rocking and rolling.
We lost a couple beans.
12. I'm at 12. Do we need to?
No, you're okay. You only lost, I can see 1.
Okay.
Now, why did you go 12?
No, he's
Oh,
got
I'm just counting. We're going. I just stopped.
You gotta
at
go all
12.
the way. You want me to toss that one on, or do you think that fell out prior to it?
Probably just fell out right now. I mean,
I'll just,
probably wouldn't hurt to have like a piece of cardboard or.
What's the goal here? To empty the hopper?
No.
No, we gotta get 41 turns.
42.
We've done all the math, so that 41 turns,
42 and a half turns out.
42 and a half turns, excuse me, is equivalent to
1/40th of an acre.
1/40th of an acre.
Right,
So then you
12
you weigh it, you get it, you gather it, you weigh it, multiply it by 40, and that gives you your acre seed rate. So what we'll do is do it once to know where your starting point is, because carbon load has different seed size, and then you also have to do it every year, because depending on the moisture content in the previous year's seed growers from the farm, seed size is going to be different. So soybeans can be bigger or smaller. Calibrate every time you seed.
This is why I wear polyester and just drive around and enforce laws.
42 and a half. We'll go an extra half turn. This is a good measure because seed didn't really start falling out until a turn and a half in.
We'll do 2 runs.
Yeah.
Regardless, just consistency. All right. So
4.02 minus 9.35, 14.67 ounces of seed times 40. Oh, and then divided by 16 ounces per pound. That's about 36 pounds to the acre right now. So
light. We got to open her up.
Yeah.
Let's get generous on that, and let's. I mean, you almost not quite double, but I mean, if we get to 50. Yeah, let's do that.
What are you shooting for, about 60?
Well, 45 is pounds per acre, but I'm going to put a little bit of the Tanio Biologics mycorrhizal fungi inoculant in there.
Okay.
And that's only a couple ounces, but then also, we know the deer density on this farm's relatively high. So we know that we can get away with a little bit heavier. So, I mean, if we're at 55, I'm not going to lose sleep over it.
Gotcha.
I always tell people, start at 45, year 2, you know, or second planting, then adjust from there.
Fill, spray, repeat.
that on video.
I didn't. Nope, I just hit record right after that. Put this on the YouTube that needs some help. Get our viewers excited about watching us pour Vitalize in the
Yeah, I think we need
no-till
to
drill.
get our exclusion fences out so we can actually have a few sunflowers this year. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah, this no-till stuff, I don't know. This field was loaded with these sorghum stalks and they're just completely dust almost. It's incredible.
So I wish I brought a shovel, you know. I'd love to, see. I'd love to just see the nitrogen fixation. I mean, look at that clover though. What do you think that is? 8 inches?
Easy. Yeah. Beautiful.
And I mean, especially with the deer density here, you know, the deer have just hammed. That's why you don't see a lot. So I'm in a field that y'all have seen before. This is a pipeline food plot here, and you'll see, you know, we got grains, a ton of clover, obviously a little bit of weeds. So this is we did the drill and drive away method last fall. So there was no herbicide on this particular field. So this year we actually are going to herbicide this field before spring planting, before we put it into nitro boost. Just because it looks amazing and there's so much beautiful clover in here. But there is some fescue in this seed bank that I want to get under control. So we're going to spray this off. But what I want to highlight here is we talk often about nutrient cycling. And a lot of times that sounds super scientific and people aren't really sure what that means. Well, if you remember last year's Nitro Boost had sorghum in it. Sorghum is a high what they call carbon to nitrogen ratio plant. It takes a long time to break down, especially in low microbial systems. When Brian and I were walking through this particular field here, I think it's about 3 acres before we expanded some of it, there are hardly any sorghum stalks left. So you ask yourself, well, why does this clover look so great? Well, we know from last year's tissue sampling that we were able to get in the sorghum, well, in the Nitro Boost, we were able to get about 20 pounds of phosphorus and 85 pounds of potassium just in the above ground biomass. So all of that's broken down. See, in this the clover has put nitrogen in the system, and that has helped to cycle that sorghum. Now that's just one example of balancing the carbon and nitrogen ratios between the two mixes. But what it has allowed us to do is have our carbon load leap out of the ground this spring, feed deer, feed bees, feed other wildlife with a great blanket of clover, put some more nitrogen into the soil to feed the microbes that need that so they can continue to break down those higher carbon nitrogen items. Now that we sprayed this off, this rye, triticale, winter wheat, probably not any oats in here. It gets relatively cold in Ohio. There's probably not any oats left. But we'll spray this off. That's all going to create a fact. It's going to start dying down. We'll no-till drill through here. and let the microbes do their thing. So just want to do a quick highlight, guys, on what's so important about having a mix, that this now has fed deer from, we planted it August 13th last year, all the way up to today is, I think, May 6th. So it's still feeding deer, it's still feeding the soil, and it's still feeding abundance of wildlife, not just deer. So thanks for tuning in, guys. VitalizeSeed.com.